So yeah, I got a good job from the general counsel about my shitty little Canva presentation. It's I did send it around with this is the graphic design is my passion version. It's got the appropriate brand colors, but it doesn't have the right fonts and yada yada yada. But I did what I could.
Do you regret nothing? No shit, you. I'll be counting down. What the juice?
Seriously.
Is this thing on?
You should not be able to hear us.
Wow. This is kind of like what God must feel like. Hello.
How about now? Can you still hear us now?
That's
I've got us
been a busy
muted.
week, John.
What? How is this possible?
This is...
How is this happening?
Folks, we don't even have a graphic equalizer up for the mic.
The microphone is not supposed
Is
to...
it picking up through the laptop?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh.
I may have solved the case.
Sneaky spying laptop. Still hearing us. Ah! Well, we might as well go live then at that point.
Do you want to do the countdown, or it's just in gauche at this point?
Yeah, let's just do the countdown.
Okay, everybody.
Ooh.
We're about to start.
I think it is. I think it must be the sneaky laptop picking up on us naughty laptop.
Queen Elizabeth, her Lady Diana killed.
Do the countdown and we'll all sing along. Okay. Like the BBC beeps. This is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I have no idea why you can hear us.
54.
This is hilarious.
52. 51.
Don't sing the whole thing. We'll be here forever.
Well, why don't you only be here for 45 seconds?
We are totally...
44 seconds.
For some reason it's
43
haunted.
seconds, 42 seconds. Now 45.
Stop! You're just going to do that for the whole time, aren't you?
No, I'm just going to do it for as long as it's funny.
Okay.
There's a system. I thought we'd been over this.
Do 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 do.
See, T Holdings got me covered. Countdown.
See, the problem is, I'm gonna totally get bounced because I've just been singing the Jeopardy theme song. This is hilarious.
Parody.
Okay, you know what's funny? We got 10 seconds left. We're gonna switch over to the main screen, and then all of a sudden, like, the volume isn't gonna come through. It's gonna be really weird.
Diddle-a-do. Hey! Hello, everyone. We are coming to you now for the first time tonight.
Can everybody still hear us? It's because now I'm... Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this?
Okay. See, here's the thing. According to our deck, we just unmuted ourselves. So, I have no idea what's going on here. I think it's a laptop. Are you getting a funky echo effect now, by any chance? Are you being picked up on 2 different microphones? Yes, it's haunted. For some reason, everything is haunted. Well, it's is there echo? Slight echo. Oh! No echo. Tiny bit, maybe, but they're close together. Oh, this is going to vex me. Okay, stand by. You guys talk. Vamp.
If David Devereaux is in the chat, he clearly knows quite a lot about haunted audio. So, David, if you could perhaps perform some kind of Celtic exorcism, I would appreciate that very greatly. In the meantime, whilst Marguerite does tech stuff, and I resist the urge to just hold up a hurriedly scribbled felt pen image of the words technical difficulties whilst humming Daybreak from Community. And for the 4 of you who right now are doing that, I'm high-fiving you. Let me tell you about how things are going to go down tonight. Well, actually, I don't know how things are going to go down tonight because already the microphone's possessed. Who knows?
Right.
Uncharted waters, sailing off the edge of the film strip like Yosemite Sam.
Something that's going to hopefully make the echo effect go away. Hopefully everybody can still hear us. Nobody's saying, we can't hear you anymore. I tried to do this quickly, but it's being... percentages. Let's try that. 0, Okay.
While we're doing this, I just want to congratulate and shout out our fan artist this week, who is my, if I'm reading this right...
It's Maeve.
It's Maeve from St Kilda. The final 24 hours of the St Kilda Kickstarter were defined by what could only be described as Photoshop crimes.
Thank you, Compos.
Of the very best sort.
Yes. Many of the St Kilda folks had too much fun. Can you have too much fun with Photoshop crimes?
Enough. Absolutely enough fun.
Had proportionate and, amazing quantities of fun with Kickstarter art. I feel like I have to go back. Well, if we keep talking and they're still able to hear us, should we put the fan art back up? No. We'll put the fan art in the stream show notes at the end of the thing. It's all normal and boring now. Okay, thank you, Wendy.
Yeah,
right.
You had to, thanks, Wendy. You had to say that.
Exorcism on
normal and boring.
Yes. Right. See, I'm taking notes. I'm going to have to perform an exorcism on OBS. Significantly less haunted. Well, I mean, it's early in October, folks. We have to pace ourselves for the haunted month, right? There's a whole bunch of spookiness.
Yeah, the Halloween special's pretty much just going to be a blank screen with chanting in Aramaic and occasional screams. It'll be awesome.
Really? When did I sign up for that?
You didn't.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Great.
sidebar.
Moving quickly on.
No.
Tangents! There we go.
I mentioned community earlier.
Oh, can I talk about the world map beside me? Yes, I will. Remind me in a moment. Do proceed.
I mentioned Community earlier. For those of you who haven't seen it and have access to Netflix, dive in. It's probably my favourite sitcom of all time.
I checked.
Thank you, Scott. There is this beautiful metatextual joke in the final couple of seasons where one of my favourite actresses, Paget Brewster, who you probably know from Criminal Minds as Special Agent Emily Prentice.
Really?
Yes.
That's where you know Paget Brewster from?
And also from Friends, with really 90s hair. Where do you know Paget Brewster from?
Punky Brewster.
She was in...
She was Punky Brewster!
She was Punky Brewster.
Yes!
And hence Paget Brewster.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'm old. Let's move on. Let's move very, very, very quickly
Paget
on.
Brewster shows up in a season 5 episode as the IT lady for Greendale Community College, who they have to ask a favour of to unblock various things. And then in season 6, she's a regular character as an efficiency expert brought in to try and save the school. And at one point, her season 6 character has to call the IT lady. She says, it's really strange. Every time I call the IT lady, my ears bleed and my phone just plays backwards messages in Aramaic. Worst IT department ever. and just the whole thing of she can't talk to a character who's also her amused me tremendously.
I love this idea of genre strata. Like you can assign yourself a generation based on where you know a particular actor from. Like I know Paget Brewster from Punky Brewster, and Zalia knows Paget Brewster from Criminal Minds, and other people know Paget Brewster from Community.
And
it's like,
also Sadie Doyle in Thrilling Adventure Hour. Only a martini, darling.
We don't have glasses. Ding. Yes, exactly. That was it. That was the tweet.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the show. Let's talk about the map.
Okay. Oh, the world map that you can kind of vaguely... I don't want to move the camera because that could be terribly disorienting.
Could I carefully take the map off the wall?
Many have tried. It could go horribly right. How about I take a photo of it and put it in the stream notes? But it's a magnet board. It's basically where we have all our little magnets from all the little places we visited, like little tourists. Like there is when Alistair went to Yosemite. That's Half Dome. And we got this one the last time we visited friends in Sweden.
And here's Megatron's summer house.
And there's Megatron. Oh, the photos I have of Alistair at Hoover Dam are hilarious. For those of you who are particularly observant, yes, that is the Konami code in arrow-shaped magnets along the bottom of the magnet
down,
board.
Down, left, right.
Yes, because I am that old of a geek.
You say that, but one of the many reasons why Xavier Woods, the WWE wrestler, is a deeply lovely human being is he's a keen gamer who has a YouTube show called Up, Up, Down, Down.
Yes, there we go. Oh, this is one of my best ones. Reading Rainbow.
Too good for Jeopardy.
Too good for Jeopardy.
Too good for Jeopardy.
He's going to host the Rose Bowl Parade, the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. I'm so excited for. Did you take the hard hat tour of Hoover Dam?
We did the one that took us through the tunnels, and
we took a tour, but we didn't have to wear hard hats. But we did get to go like into some of the vents and stuff. No, that map has New Zealand. It's just hidden.
It's just behind LeVar Burton.
It's hiding behind LeVar Burton. It's very literate and is very busy with its books. Yes. And this is the only Shakespeare quote that, hello, you've met me. There we go. Gotta have that. What else do we have up here? Oh, this was a wedding favor from our friend's wedding that we went to. Hold on to that. Let's see. Here is Land's End in the UK for people who are familiar with Land's End.
Because that's how pragmatic this island was at one point. Yes. The end of the land was once called Land's End.
Oh, we haven't been to Jean de Groot, which is the one at the northern tip of Scotland.
Our friend Penny brought us back a fridge magnet of a dog from Pripyat because she went to Chernobyl.
Yep.
And also a really good hat museum, which is kind of adjacent to Chernobyl.
Just a little miscellaneous, the whole touristy magnet things. It's a little easier. I mean, we've got like the ones for the pins. I think everybody's seeing the pins at this point. The fantastic collection of way too many pins. I mean, look at the size of this Dr. Dinosaur pin. It is amazing.
He's a chunky boy.
And then I think we've got patches. I have a denim crafting bag that has all my patches sewn on it and the stickers I use. And, I mean, there's just a lot of Kickstarter tat, y'all. You gotta find a place to use it.
Which is the title of Marguerite's upcoming self-help book.
There's a lot of
Kickstarter tat, y'all.
Exactly. Is this the opening monologue? It's kind of turning into the opening monologue. We actually have an opening monologue.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we remind her to perform an exorcism, explain the world map, genre strategy.
It's going well.
I think I've done some photos of an office tour.
You have.
Been a while. I don't. Oh, now that I have the tripod, the Holdy tripod.
The Steadicam rig.
It's not a Steadicam. I wish it was. Those are really expensive. I could do a better office tour.
Also, what was retrofitted, as I understand it, for the smart gunners in Aliens?
That would not surprise me in the slightest. Important news. 480 Otis wins Fat Bear Week for his fourth time.
Get in, Otis.
Reigning champion.
Good boy.
Well done, Otis. Okay, so are you ready for the opening monologue?
Let's do this, motherfucker.
How's it going? All right.
How's it going? That was an excellent stream earlier, by the way.
Nicely done. Oh, yeah. So if you missed it, Mur was streaming Ditch Diggers earlier with Ursula, who has a new Paladins book coming out this weekend, for which I might have cleared half my day. Just saying.
We have also utilised our copious Underworld contacts to acquire an early arc, I believe, of Ursula's next horror novella, which we cannot read in the outside
I have to read in the daylight.
Because it will get us.
Because otherwise, yes, we have other friends who've read it and said, and now I must bleach my house. I'm like, oh dear.
It's a fantastic book. My house is burning. I may be safe shortly.
Yeah. I mean, if the previous one is any indication, yeah, very much so. Just before we get started, as a reminder, folks, we have recently updated the chat rules. There's some new additions in there. Just maybe take a second to read them before we get started. Just as a reminder, it's been a really kind of rough week out here in the world, especially in this British Isle where the Conservative Party conference has been going on. And there's been a lot of kind of nastiness around and about. And, people have emotions and need to experience them, and that's fine. But we're going to try and provide kind of an escape, some comedic side notes, that kind of thing. So just remember, anything you put in the chat is going to be in the VOD forever. Have a think about if those are the types of conversations you want to be having with people in public, or if you would rather maybe use this as an opportunity to kind of just check out and enjoy some frivolity and some light shenanigans and things of that nature. Cool.
Think of us as a USO show without the superhuman enhancements. Without.
Really? Says who?
They're listening.
Okay, fine. No superhuman enhancements. And on that note, we have Mr. Nick Crowley has returned. Apparently, he's at least going to run this joke into the ground.
Content warnings things.
Let's see how far through this we go. So, our
Animal
opening monologue
deaths, corpses,
is...
gore, gun, violence, swearing. I actually misread this. Content warning, Nate.
Yeah, content warning, Nate. This is all 234 animals in Red Dead Redemption 2 reviewed.
Part 2.
Part 2. You may begin, sir.
As I said last time, my favourite thing about Red Dead Redemption 2 is the fact you can treat the game as an extremely perilous wildlife spotting sim, with new creatures to behold every time you enter a new corner of the cowboy's grotty, whiskey-stained world. Some 234 creatures, in fact, and, as a mark of respect, largely to the concept of animals, but also to the cowboy, I'm writing short reviews of all of them. Last time I managed 20, so there's only 214 left to go. Beast mode engaged! 21. Red-footed booby. I feel bad for the RFB. When it comes to boobies, lol, etc., everyone always thinks of the blue-footed booby. I think because it's pleasingly alliterative. Now, interestingly, boobies aren't named after tits, also a sort of bird, but for the Spanish word bobo, which can mean silly, a fool, or a clown. Poor red-footed booby, then, as it basically relegated to being the subject of this tweet. Most cutting thing you can say is, who's this clown? Because it implies they're A, a clown, and B, not even one of the better-known clowns. Cohen is a ghost, at Skullmandible, December 12, 2013. Verdict, 1 out of 10. Not even one of the better-known clowns.
22. White-tailed buck. I mean, it's a deer, isn't it? Video games basically use them as walking meat dispensers. I guess they're fine. But there is a strand of tragedy to RDR2's white-tailed buck, even beyond the fact its titular tail makes for an unfortunately convenient target when the cowboy's chasing them along train tracks with a bow. They're one of the few animals in the game to have separate models for each sex, and because of the alphabet, the bucks are forever separated from their brides, the deer, by 35 other animals. It's like Tolkien's Ents all over again. Verdict, 4 out of 10. Very generic, quadrupled.
23. Legendary buck. Oh, bugger. Now I have to find something else to say about bucks. The legendary buck wasn't even that interesting in the game. I don't think I actually remember hunting it. Would have been cool if they'd given it a gun or a jetpack or something. Verdict, 0 out of 10. The buck stops here.
Nate. 24. Angus bull. For UK readers, do you remember a period in the late 90s, early 2000s when Britain was completely obsessed with Aberdeen Angus beef? I think that it was the moment when animals' breeds became marketing points, and it was really annoying. It hasn't stopped, to be honest. Anyway, these are the fellows responsible. The cowboys, as far as I can tell, can detect no difference in the taste or quality of their meat, but then I think all food tastes like ash to the cowboy. Verdict, 5 out of 10. Like all other bulls, they look like really hench cows doing cosplay as the devil. Okay, we need to have a whole conversation about Los Theobluffs in Deblands at some point.
25. Devon bull. Ah, lovely. More bulls. Because, of course, RDR2 went all in on farm animals. Never mind that they're mostly just blobs of beige that streak past at the edge of your screen as you're desperately trying to keep police bullets from getting into your skull. Rockstar needed multiple flavours. Verdict, 6 out of 10. I guess I like the fuzz on the top of its head. Looks like it'd be warm to stroke when you were being torn to fragments.
26. Hereford bull. Nearly out of bull material now. Forgive me, but I've just never been that fascinated by farm animals, although I guess that's more forgivable than my disinterest in most birds, which was quite rightly condemned in the comment section last week. I'm not proud of it, you know. Anyway, when I was a kid, my family stayed on a B&B attached to a farm. The lady who ran the place was really nice, but her husband had been kicked in the mind by a Hereford bull sometime in the 70s and had never been the same since. He was prone to fits of rage, which isn't ideal when running a B&B. Verdict, 2 out of 10. They kick people and make them angry.
27. Bullhead catfish. Ah, now we're talking. Bloody love fish and catfish, the 3,000 odd members of the order Siluniformes, are some of my favourites in the whole bunch. Bullheads are a species to respect, capable of handling really poorly oxygenated warm and dirty water, so they're a true swamp classic. What's more, they've got taste receptors all over their bodies. Imagine being so hardcore you lived in a fucking ditch and could taste it with your whole body. Verdict, 7 out of 10. A lot of time for these boys, but they're still a bit like your standard issue catfish, aren't they?
28. Legendary bullhead catfish. Here's another one of RDR2's, I keep wanting to say R2D2 and that's not right. RDR2's fish that it seems a bit odd to call legendary, given the record bullhead in real life is, I think, about 4 pounds in weight. I mean, good for that fish, but it's not exactly river monsters with Jeremy Wade material, is it? God, I love river monsters. Verdict, 6 out of 10. More like river, I don't know, what's the opposite of a monster? Make you think?
29. The Northern Cardinal. Northern cardinals, like the clergymen they are named after, are bright red all over, including their beaks, and have cracking Bart Simpson hairdos. However, they're pretty upsetting in RDR2 because of the way the cowboy skins them. He just sort of grips them like someone bracing themselves to prise the lid off a light jar of gherkins, then flexes his horrible arms. And with a sound like wet Velcro, the cardinal becomes a small, dripping lump of degloved flesh. Rough. Verdict, 3 out of 10. It's a pretty bird. Till it meets the cowboy.
Oh my. 30. American domestic cat. I think it's pretty clear that Rockstar likes dogs more than cats, because this is the only domestic feline in the game, unless you count the towering version of Garfield that appears in the northern sky if you play at midnight on the winter solstice, and which will answer any question the cowboy asks of it, on the condition that it will also divulge the date of the player's death. Also, from cursory research, it seems that while there are specifically American breeds of cats, such as the American ringtail and the American shorthair, there's no such thing, genetically speaking, as the American domestic cat. So this animal isn't even real. Verdict, 1 out of 10. Just a really patriotic cat, I guess? And thank you very much for the sub, Cherry Slice.
Thank you. 31. Florida Cracker Cow. Oh no. We're back on cattle. Beef on the timeline, folks, though I just checked, and despite all the bulls, this appears to be the only type of actual cow in the game. Weird. Guess that's why it's called the cowboy game, then. -5 out of 10. Sick of writing about cattle.
32. Angus ox. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't even know what the difference is between an ox and a bull. And now this is happening to me. So instead of reviewing this thing, I'll direct you to this really interesting piece about London's Angus Steakhouse restaurants. I've been at one, which look god-awful and are nearly always empty, even outside a pandemic, yet never seem to go out of business. Verdict, 1 out of 10. If the plural of ox is oxen, then I should like to pluralize box as boxen.
33. The Devon Ox. Okay, so I've looked up the definition of an ox. It's a bull that's being castrated. So they found the time to include no less than 2 variants of bollockless bullock in the game, but only 1 type of crab? Not happy with that. Also, how come the Hereford bulls don't have an ox variety? Presumably all the cowboys were too scared of being kicked in the head.
And going mad to get near enough to castrate them. Verdict. Bullshit. 34. Chain pickerel. And thank goodness we're back on fish again. He is Troy McClure.
He's Troy McClure.
Nate is turning into Troy McClure. Follow me to the aquarium. Another freshwater favorite, the chain pickerel. A pickerel is a small kind of pike, which I wrote about all my love for here. So I'm damn glad they made it into RDR2. Verdict, 8.5 out of 10. A lovely thing to see in a game.
35. The legendary chain pickerel. I don't know much about pickerel specifically, but I know this much. They're bad eating. Like cotton wool stuffed with needles was my dad's assessment, I remember. Not that I imagine that stops the cowboy from eating them like Mars bars. Perhaps the legendary chain pickerel tastes like burgers or something, which is why it's so highly valued. Verdict, 8.7 out of 10. Very, very marginally better than the chain pickerel.
36. Channel catfish. This is, if you like, the standard issue American catfish. It's a good size, it's numerous, and it looks pretty much how you'd expect a catfish to look. Have you ever heard of noodling? It's a method of catching these fellows, which involves sticking your hand into the muddy, submerged hollows in a riverbank where they lurk during the day, and waiting until you're bitten by one before hauling it out to brain it. I saw this firsthand in Oklahoma once, and even gingerly had to go myself, although I have to admit I was really half-assed about it, because the same holes that channel cats live in are frequented by all sorts of exciting, highly venomous snakes, and I didn't much fancy having a die. Verdict, 7 out of 10. Super noodles.
37. Legendary channel catfish. Finally, a fish worthy of legend. Catfish of all kinds are some of the most storied fish in the world, thanks to their propensity towards large size and living... What are we doing?
I don't know. When he said I counted backwards, so I was worried I said the wrong number.
And living in murky, hidden places. From the Welsh catfish in Eastern Europe, reputed to go large enough to eat hounds, to the Leviathan channel cats, often rumoured to lurk behind dams in the American Midwest, to the astonishing Namatsu of Japanese mythology. There's just something about them that fires the imagination. Verdict, 10 out of 10. Don't change the channel.
Mate. Oh my god. 38. Dominique Chicken. Dominique Chicken sounds like the mysterious love interest in an extremely lackluster detective story. But it is, in fact, possibly the oldest chicken breed in America. I feel like Kevin has just turned his head my direction. That means nothing, however, when the cowboy comes thudding through town on his big, horrible draft horse. The DCs pop under those dinner plate hooves just as unpleasantly as any other domestic beast. Verdict, 6 out of 10. Finger-licking mediocre.
39. Java chicken. Surprise! The Java chicken ain't from Java at all. It's just another old American breed, and thus part of the bewilderingly patriotic lineup of near identical hens that insist on being in Red Dead Redemption 2. Verdict. Out of 10? I'm not sure how many more farm animals I can cope with assigning arbitrary numbers to.
40. Leghorn chicken. It is poor unfortunate on my part to think that the bulls and chickens are nearly alphabetical neighbors and that Rockstar were so enthusiastic about simulating them in all their remarkable variety. Verdict, 100 out of 10. The high point of God's career.
It's fair
no foghorn leghorn joke in that entire review. I'm so disappointed.
It's fair to say at this point that Nate's maybe starting to lose it a little bit.
Exactly.
41. Greater Prairie Chicken. I'm just going to pretend that's an American crocodile instead of Greater Prairie Chicken, and why not? There are American crocodiles in Florida, so they can feasibly be represented. Be more fun than yet another chicken. Verdict, 1 out of 10. Better than the Lesser Prairie Chicken, at least.
42. Java Rooster. Yes. Verdict, guilty.
43. The Leghorn Rooster. Actually, in fairness, all of this forced contemplation of barnyard banality has taught me something, so it's not been a total bust. Here we go. Remember Foghorn Leghorn, that horrifying barrel-chested bird from the old Looney Tune cartoons?
I
said, son! Well, I always thought his name was just rhyming nonsense and never realised that his surname was his breed. So his name essentially is Loud Chicken. Still, that's weird.
Especially since he's a guy, so he's a rooster.
Would be like a human being called Mike Sapiens or something. Verdict, 2 out of 10. At least I learned something.
Never change, Nate. Never change.
Almost a quarter of the way through.
Oh my gosh, right? Did he really do all 243?
I think he did.
I think we have to pay tribute to this
Yes.
poor tortured soul. And now I can't stop seeing him as Troy McClure. I'm sorry, I can't.
See, I've just jumped the tracks to Tom Cardy yelling, I'm almost halfway!
I'm not a third of the way there! If you have not seen the latest Tom Cardy about the Lord of the Rings pitch meeting, oh my gosh. Don't be drinking anything. Sit down. It's very enjoyable, and then you will get it stuck in your head like I did, and then you will sing parts of it at your partner from across the office in the middle of nowhere.
Be prepared for the phrase, attacked by tweez, to be randomly yelled at you.
Exactly. Attacked by tweez. See, you're doing it now. Right. Do you want to talk about what happened this week?
Yeah, I had a birthday. I'm older. It's great.
I was kind of like set that up for you a little bit more, but by all means, dive in.
I turned 45 on Monday, which was fantastic.
Don't use math! We don't talk numbers in this place.
Which was kind of endearing, because I had a conversation with my parents, which actually opened with, how old are you? We've been trying to work it out. I'm like, I love you too.
Wow.
You know? And the general consensus was I'm 45, which, you know, is fine. Actually feels a lot like 20. You just have slightly worse knees. But it was a really, really good day. We had amazing Japanese food, which was great. And many thanks for the pile of giftage from various folks. And, yeah, it was just relaxing and good. And especially at this time of year in the UK, which is party political conference season, which is basically 3 straight weeks of the worst fucking people in the country.
All in one place.
All in one place, applauding each other as they give speeches about how great they are. it can be kind of soul-crushing. And it was really nice for it to not be soul-crushing. You know?
Your birthday.
My birthday.
Yeah, the party conferences have been sold.
Party conferences are a flaming
Thank you.
Beelzebub to it.
He has a giant stack of things that you have sent him, and he's very pleased about it. And I am greatly appreciative, because all of the presents I bought him arrived on time! So, you know, yay, you come for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I have a wide variety of especially excellent cookbooks. My understanding... I do this thing on my birthday where I go to the local Waterstone and I buy a couple of things from people I've never heard of before.
He just impulse buys things, which is fun.
And Marguerite came up to me, pointed at me at the Stanley Tucci biography / cookbook, and went, "Don't buy that." So I'm
put that one back.
So I'm fairly certain that's on the way. But I have that, and I believe the Joshua Weissman cookbook is also inbound.
That may, in fact, be arriving tomorrow. Yes.
Noise. And I have from the splendidly named Action Bronson, the equally splendidly named Fuck That's Delicious, which is just a memoir of food. Did he get any more Transformers? It's funny you should mention that. I actually had the opportunity to pick up an Optimus Prime today, and I did not.
Such willpower.
I know. He has a little matrix of leadership as well. I may go back for him at some point.
Do you have space on... Okay, we've gotten to the point where there's like a Transformers shelf now, so...
There's space for a couple more, but I'm being selective.
Okay.
Like, I was initially thinking RC, but then she is kind of the poster child for terrible female representation in the 1980s. So I was thinking maybe Ratchet, because he sounds like Kelsey Grammer in my head, and I find that reassuring.
Honey, you can buy whatever Transformers with your birthday money you want. It is free, guilt-free spending.
Well, yeah, there is that.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want to play a spooky game?
Let's play a spooky game now.
Where we're totally not going to die honest.
It's fine. It's fine.
So before we transition over to this, a couple things. Let me put some details in the chat for you. We are playing Scarlet Hollow. I know. I love fucking Rat Trap. No, that Rat Trap's not my favorite. That would be Silverbolts. Silverbolts and his little... theme song. Right, so we're playing Scarlet Hollow. Scarlet Hollow episode 2. It is a spooky game. There are content warnings for it. That link in the chat contains a spoiler-y version of the
Thanks, Florats. Have a good one.
Have a good night, Florats. We will see you in Valhalla. And remember, this is kind of a choose-your-own-adventure game, so we may not encounter the content that all of these warnings apply to, but in general, we are dealing with common phobias. Death and dying, horror, mental health and trauma, violence, children in peril, and swearing. And haunted abandoned mines, given where we left off last time, which we will totally not die in. Honest. If you cannot remember any of the characters, a dramatis personae is being created and updated as we play along, so that you can remind yourself about who individual characters are. Anything else? That's not a trick question.
The best dog ever?
I remember Pixel the cat.
Gretchen.
Oh, gosh. The beloved potato.
Who's a good dog? Is it me? I hope so.
Exactly. All right, everybody.
What is law?
If you haven't, get a stretch, get a refill, make sure you've fed the pets, had your medications, all of that good stuff. Here we go, not dying.
It's going to be fine.
It'll totally be fine.
It's going to be fine.
We'll be fine, honest. I'm going to turn that down just a
Psyched.
touch. We're about to switch over to the game. So there will be a little bit of a transition as we balance sounds and stuff. There we go. Now, the game music is going to be real quiet. That's on purpose. Ooh, nice emoji, Pezzy. That's kind of like Gretchen. I like it. Alrighty, is everybody hearing us? Is everybody hearing the game? There's no funky exorcism echoes. I don't know what's going to happen when we go to break, if that thing is still playing. I turned it down all the way, so hopefully, well, we'll figure it out.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
It's an adventure. It'll be all good.
It's probably fine.
Everything is going to be fine. Thank you very much, Combo Switch. Alrighty. Let's load. Where were we? That's before we went. Oh, look. See all of these? Let's go into the mine. This one's 3 minutes later, so here we are.
Yeah, because the one by the crates is when the Wayne the chestless wonder showed
With the
up.
creepiness. He has a chest! Thank you.
He has a t-shirt.
Alright.
Oh, beans. Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
I'll turn the game
Okay.
down just a touch then.
Okay.
Thanks, Wendy.
Okay. This is
Okay.
fine. This is fine.
This'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Brace yourselves. This is totally not a creepy warning thing up here in the corner, honest. Here we go.
Hey, Kiwi.
Huh?
Kiwi's just arrived.
Hey, Kiwi. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. Yeah. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Oh God, who's mapping? Hey, you made it! I told you she would. I don't think we should lie. I think we should say, yeah. I mean, they're gonna be mad at us that we told Tabitha, but if we die in here...
Full-on Shepherd Paragon.
Okay, so a little bit of backstory. We took a moment to call Tabitha and warn her we were going into this mine because
and
a
Tabitha was
teenager
like,
wandered this way.
Oh, why are you like this?
Yeah, so she probably hates it, but this way, if there's a cave-in or we all die, someone will find our bodies. So, feeling pretty good about that. We could just remain silent.
Well, it's going to make you feel better.
Oh, I'm such a paragon! I just wanted to make a quick call and give Tabitha the 411. Are you kidding me? I don't know how long it's going to take for this to get through to you, Petra, but that woman is not to be trusted. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. That's not ominous.
This is fine.
Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? That's a sign of carbon monoxide poisoning. That's not good.
I certainly can't say I'm one for dark and stuffy places. This seems much more suited for a cat, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. Really sorry. Abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners. Or I say the miners?
Stella.
Stella, how dare you?
Stella.
Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on the graves.
Do you want child minor ghosts? Because this is how you get child minor ghosts.
What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. Bless this
Are
woman.
we just not doing phrasing?
Phrasing. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Please let that be the wind.
Yeah, the expression on Kanika's face is all of us right now, I think.
Please let that be the winds.
I had a question about how much of the game did we miss?
We've just started. We've just gone into the mine. Oh my god, what was that? This mine's gonna collapse. We're all gonna die here, aren't we? Kanika, we are on the same wavelength. Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. By the way, the soundtrack is available.
It's very good.
I have both of them now. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. We've just pissed off some bats.
Say, that's the big idea. Yeah, we were sleeping here. Shut the light off, you nosy bastards. I am so sorry for my companions. Stella means well, I assure you.
Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Right? Felt Stella's finally admitting. See, that's the one thing I will say about Stella is when you do debunk something and present her with facts,
she's like, cool.
She's
okay.
like, fine. You should have done them as Statler and Waldorf next time.
I'm sure you're quite worried about me after my behavior last night, Petra, but let that interaction be assurance that my temper is most wholly under control. I wouldn't dare venture away from the safety of my Stella's arms in a beautiful, horrible place like this.
Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. Stella.
Yeah.
Kanika, you are my people. You holding up okay, Nix? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge.
Oh, God.
Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine.
Significant T.
Significant T. I'm going to push the button because I haven't a while. Okay, what was that?
That was death. Of that I am certain.
That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's got to be a Tommy knocker, right? The mine's collapsing, isn't it? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Y'all are being babies. Those are totally normal cave sounds. Say nothing. Let's hurry and find Rosalina, okay? I think we should get out of here. I'm very, very boring and pragmatic here. Can we not die?
Ice Bros, let's bounce.
Ice Bros, we bounce. Exactly. We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommy knockers. She sounds so excited. She sounds excited about things she should not be excited about. Okay, no, Tommy knockers are not real. They are not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack, Stella? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommy knockers. God, I wish I'd known that. I'd been like, psh. It came from this way. Follow me.
The youths.
Well, it's not like we get much of a choice. Anybody see anything else really creepy we should be worried about? No? You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine.
Cool.
Cool. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance.
The youths.
Yeah, there is a bit of light going on, it looks like. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I'm gonna make up a million teenager voices now. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon.
That is a terrible burn.
What are you, 5? Okay. So who do we have here? We have Rosalina, Plaid Girl,
Pretty.
Hoodie Girl.
Is that?
That's the kid from the... That's Kanika's brother from the store. I don't know who this individual is.
Freaking Shaggy over here.
Very Shaggy energy, yes. I like the what are you 5 option, I gotta say. Can I be a little bit of a brat?
I haven't been yet. You're gonna go with what are you guys even doing down here?
It is pretty miserable. Yeah, here we go. What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've been in my entire life.
It's a dude. This place isn't miserable. It's cool and rad.
Who the hell are you exactly? That's Petra, Tabby's cousin. I know, I'm so boring and responsible and stuff. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Shade. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment.
Oh, I went to school with you.
Alright, Becca, you wind your neck in. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. Oh, Rosalina, you poor thing. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Alright, this is totally Tumblr. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. What's fall break?
School holiday for the fall.
Name one. Okay, I went to school in the US. What's fall break? We don't start till August or September. And then you kind of go through till Thanksgiving. I don't know. I'm overanalyzing things. I'll stop. And we're not kids.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're teens.
Oh my god. Well, you still look like a bunch of kids to me. Did you guys seriously sneak into an abandoned coal mine to drink canned margaritas? Ugh, we're barely drinking. It's not a big deal. Rosalina, you're 13. And I know the rest of you aren't much older.
Young pops these days. Absolutely no respect for their elders.
Yeah, you get them, Gretchen. I bet you're older than most of these kids are. Well, y'all are way rowdier than I ever was at your age. How do you even get a hold of that much booze? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles attempts to melt into the cavern wall.
Oh, someone is grounded like unto the end of time.
Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you.
Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that.
You're supposed to be minding the store?
It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays. Mom's there, it's fine.
Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. It is, in fact, incredibly irresponsible. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? Oh. I left school so you wouldn't have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see the stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? Wow. Okay, we got some family issues here. Just a reminder of the content warnings, folks.
Dad's dead, Kanika. If you were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Nothing ever happens in this town.
These poor kids.
Who cares about having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us?
Ooh, that's a dickish answer. Can we maybe do it not in an abandoned coal mine?
Yeah, either that or don't try and twist this around onto your sister.
No, I am not. No. Rule number 1 of any sort of family or domestic squabble. Do not get in the middle. Because it doesn't matter what side you pick. All of a sudden, you become the enemy. And they will all gang up on you. No. Yeah, can we do this maybe not here? Thanks.
Also, I mean, your sister is the best dressed human in town. That counts for something.
I'm kind of like, should we do your underage drinking a little safer?
I think I'd love to help you all sort this out.
But I don't want to help them sort it out. Let's just... Why don't you guys drink somewhere a little safer? Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? Oh, and what are you? An expert on mine safety?
She legitimately just, you aren't my supervisor, do you?
Yes. They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. God, what a know-it-all. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about.
Cool.
God, I think I went to school with this kid. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis. He got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out here anytime we want.
Becca, I'm sure you have a tragic backstory, but right about now, you're just coming across as an enormous douche.
Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. Dun, dun, dun!
Oh, thank God. Tabitha's here.
What? Oh,
shit.
Oh, hi, Tabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed. Condemned, not fit for human use.
I just want to shout out the little hand gestures you had going on there. That was really tight.
I've got too many valleys I'm trying to keep separate here.
Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out.
No.
Oh, God.
I swear to God. I swear to God, if he reaches up and smacks a pole and it collapses, I'm going to scream. I'm going to save the game right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have to save over some of these old saves. So,
Maybe the one before the general store.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Everybody braced for if this kid does the typical bad movie thing.
Oh, God.
The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Look at that epic eye roll. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my God, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. Oh my God, what are you, a freshman? Wow. I think the eye roll is still happening, Wendell's, right? It's just a... No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life. And I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. Stella, you're not helping. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole Ditchland thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? Look at where everybody in that shot is looking.
Oh, beans.
She sees something, the dog sees something, these kids are seeing something, we're all about to die.
Oh, beans.
Stella's just gonna keep on talking. I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave. Much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Do we think they're looking at Stella? I
hope they are.
Are they looking at Tabitha? I don't know. These 3 kids are like...
Did they all have that... Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. It's all changed. I love how he's like, no. Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Whoa. Oh gosh, that was harsh. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea?
My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners.
Sad 20-something is what they called me at uni. Yeah, totally. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Rude. So she's sad? So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable.
They are absolutely exes.
Oh my God, right? Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now.
Because of the haunted house.
Let's all go to the haunted house. Yeah, tell them where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. See?
They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually pretty sick setup. Bruh.
No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. Oh no. This is about your house being haunted, isn't it? No. You see Stella's face. Yeah, right? And you decided it was better to hang out in an abandoned mine shaft than your haunted house? Wow, okay, fine. What fresh hell is this? Oh my god, did my dad tell you that?
I would leave it at that.
Aww.
Although if you say...
Yeah, I don't want to say I talk to animals in front of the entire tween population of Scarlet Hollow here. There may be more horrible sick burns from 8th graders. Leave it at that. I don't want to leave it at that because that implies we are not going to continue this thread of conversation.
The other possibility is that you roll...
I'm not lying. No.
You roll the dice, you say, actually, Pixel told me. And you take the heat off her and onto you.
Oh god, that's very paladin. How dare you? Actually, Pixel told me. My cat? Stare. It's a long story. I don't care about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Yeah, and also please don't go drink in the woods right now. Oh no, not this again. And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Oh
okay,
my god, Becca!
Kick your ass. Becca, I don't think you can, like, say that about, like, other people's families. Isn't that, like, bullying or something?
Right, Ducky? I'm like, can we just have this conversation outside, please?
Yeah, do you know how much of this conversation can happen in daylight? All of it!
Shut up, Zane. Oscar actually invited us to check it out when we saw him earlier today. Ooh, that's my good bed alarm.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go to the haunted house because it's more preferable than the death mine.
Right? It could make for a fun, non-abandoned coal mine related activity. Just throw that out there. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if it was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. There's nothing wrong with being a kid. Ugh, you're all children and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Wow. How can she back in my day? She's barely 20. Holy cow, is she swallowing bitter Kool-Aid? That is not healthy.
Wow, you the South shall rise again, motherfucker.
Exactly. Rosalina's not mature. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know.
Oh god, you kids are awful. Well, no, Becca is awful.
I rest my case.
Wait, what did you say about child labor?
Let's ask her, how do you know there isn't a ghost? I'm really curious. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There's no such thing as ghosts. Oscar's just lying. I never saw any ghost. And I was there way more than he was.
Yo, what if we, like, break in and ghost bust the place anyways? Just to be sure.
I like you, Zane. Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost.
Is your dad a ghostbuster, Becca? Is he the chief ghostbuster?
Miles.
Which one is Miles?
Kanika's brother.
Oh, yeah, of course, sorry. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. I love how he can roll his eyes without actually making eye contact.
I know, right? There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real.
Oh,
and
God.
if it isn't real, well, problem solved.
She's so perky.
I know. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch.
Oh, the nice friend reveals themselves. Good.
I like
Good.
it. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It is not a thing. There is no ghost.
That's a very...
Why are you paying attention to me?
Me!
I don't care. And I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You heard that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before somebody gets black lung or crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines, like Becca.
I didn't like that at all.
Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Okay, folks. Things just got a little scary, and I'm going to remind everybody, like Ozzy says, there is a content warning for child death in this game. Remember, this is a choose-your-own-adventure, so... I'm going to save again! I'm going to save again! Let me see where this one. This is right before we went in. I wonder what happens if Tabitha doesn't show up. Or do you just like have more of a conversation about the haunted house and then? I know, right? Why are we still here? Why haven't we had this conversation outside? Okay.
That wasn't me, I swear.
Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mind noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Tabitha and Kanika. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. You mean the fact that there's a half a dozen in here and an abandoned mine full of coal dust that you can't breathe?
No weapons.
With no weapons and... Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along too.
If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in.
Oh my god, he's so shaggy. Oh, we're all gonna die. This is horrible. Are you kidding me? Tagging along with some olds to get jump scared by shadows and freak each other out? No thanks. Okay, Becky. Oh my gosh. Stella and Tabby absolutely have X energy. No need to opt out of something that isn't happening. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Oh my god, Lindsay's right. I did just get scared. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Nix. It will not. Keen eye. You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. Are they pranking us? You turn to see Becca and Alexis
They've gone further into the mine.
And Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Ooh. If I tell her don't go in, she's going to dive through.
Yeah, she is. That's the asshole play. Wink at Rosalina and gesture towards the tunnel. I think, what are you doing? Or stop arguing, you knuckleheads.
Yeah, this is totally a place to save. Ah! I think this.
Yeah.
Rosalina, what are you doing? I don't know. What am I doing? Wait, what? Rosalina, don't go in there. Becca and Alexis, stop trying to get us all killed. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back. Oh, I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Let's bounce. Oh my god, those two kids are gonna get dead. Oh, all right. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm sorry. Unbelievable.
Wow. Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here.
Oh, I must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel.
Because that's what you want in an industry, isn't it, folks? A child-sized tunnel.
Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. Never been able to get these hips through there.
Can we talk briefly about the casual offhand flex in the middle of a spooky devil mine of Stella going, by the way, my curves, y'all.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's probably for the best, dear.
Stella, stop snaking into my minds. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era.
Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago?
I was trying to get you to leave my mind.
Something I noticed no one has still done.
Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Stop treating us like kids. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow.
You are both about to die.
Narrator voice. there may not be a tomorrow for Alexis. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way.
Oh, God.
Okay. I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines.
Oh, God.
I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that.
Oh, God.
If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Petra.
Oh, come on!
I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Yeah, sure. I can never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up.
Dude.
Like zoinks.
Zoinks.
But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. I like you, Zane. I like you a lot. Whatever. I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks.
What about you, girl? Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay. Can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No. You are
Look
not
at her eyes.
About to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out.
She has actual manga eyes.
Look at her happy puppy eyes. Tabitha sighs. Look at the twin potato stare. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine. I won't waste my time arguing. They are totally exes. Oh my god. Alright. These are all explore options. That's good. How are you gonna say? Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. She hasn't done anything to deserve it. Ugh, not you too. I said she could tag along, didn't I? What's the big deal? It's alright, Petra. Tabby's just a bit of her curmudgeon. We could just all leave. What's the worst that can happen? I can't believe I said that. Oh my god. Do you need me to start lifting things off? I'd prefer to resolve this issue without word getting out, if possible. Again, I don't want to deal with any angry parents trying to sue me for their own negligence. Inspiring. Oh, don't worry, Petra. It'll be fun and safe.
Stop talking.
Stop! Stella, you're gonna get us all
Stop talking.
killed. I'm sure that's exactly what you told her last night. And we know how that ended. Ooh, harsh.
I'm coming along, but I want to stress that it is against my will and better judgment. Or I'm coming with you, but it's because I want to come along, not because you're making me. Because that's the sort of thing that someone who is not being coerced says out loud.
Right?
Kind of skin's going to. I'm not owned. I'm not owned. I squeal as I slowly turn into a corn cob.
All right. That's not going to do any good.
Also, there are a pair of idiot children lost in a death mine.
Right.
This isn't where, fuck them, they'll be fine situation.
All right, let's do this.
With no headlamps or ropes. Or
Or
means of
safety
contacting the
gear,
surface.
or
breathing gear. Hats.
We're all going to die. We're all going to die.
But it's alright, Stella's thick.
Right. Still is thick and we're going ghost hunting with Shaggy and Scooby tomorrow, right? Okay. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we?
Now you say that.
Well, okay, to be fair, Tabitha's been trying to get them out of here for a while. Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her.
Excuse me, I have a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunting companion.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat it last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing.
Gretchen, sweetheart, your legs are 4 inches long.
I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon.
Look at the look of the potato's face, like, the hell is this shit?
Right? For sure, we won't be long.
Oh, God.
Stop saying it, Stella!
Damn it,
Stop
Stella.
saying it!
We've been over this. Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Sick riddle, bro.
Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teams.
Great. Cool. I'm psyched.
This is probably a very good place to stop. We've been playing for over an hour. It's like 11.
You
almost
reject
11:30.
Gretchen? Jail for 1,000 years.
Right? Great. I'm the third wheel with the X's here. Oh my god.
Yeah, because if we keep going, we're going to go for another hour.
I know. Alright, okay. We're going to save. Oh, it won't let me save. Oh god. Alright. No dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward.
That, my friends, is not a glance. That is flirtatious glancery.
Or that is, I'm gonna do something stupid. Okay, I can't save yet.
It's nice that we have option.
This is where we're going to stop.
Okay. All right.
As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Okay. No. Okay. Spooky. It is very spooky. Okay, we're going to stop here.
Okay.
Because... There we go. All right. Are we good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
You want to keep going?
No! I'm scared.
Okay. I notice you're keeping going.
I know! I'm like, should we... But the problem is I have no way of knowing how much further we have to go.
Neither do I.
Right. So, we'll stop here. I might have saved over a wrong save, it says. Worst case scenario, we have to go back to where we were talking to the teenagers. It's all good. Or we'll go back into the mine to start with. It's not the end of the world. It's fine. We're going to stop here?
Or we could place till 11:30. But then, as you say, we don't know how long it's going to
I
take.
don't know how much longer we have to go, so...
We should stop.
Okay, we're going to stop. Because it's spooky. We're all scared. We've been playing for an hour and everybody needs a stretch, but... Okay. Alright, everybody. Thank you, Wendy. Yes, we should... Next time on Scarlet Hollow, third wheeling an abandoned mine. Fantastic. Ducky, there's our title for next week. Okay.
All right.
We're going to take a short break. We will be back with some shenanigans and some brain sorbet to wrap this all up, okay? We'll be back in a few minutes.
Welcome back to Death Mine Endurance Challenge.
Death Mine Endurance Challenge. What were we calling it? Relationship. What did Gremlin call it? A relationship in an abandoned mine? I don't know. I have to just go back and take a look. Oh my gosh. It's going to be scary. It's going to be so very scary. I'm trying to remember what it was that we said. Third wheeling in an abandoned mine. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's totally going to happen. I promised myself I would go grocery shopping after the stream and buy some Pop-Tarts.
You should buy some Pop-Tarts.
Absolutely will. Right. Okay, so should we have some brain sorbet so we don't go to
Let's have some brain
sleep
sorbet.
huddled together going, the mind's gonna get me, the mind's gonna get me, the mind's gonna get me. I don't want the mind to get me. I'm very scared. That's why I'm like, I need a long time to like work up to being able to do the spooky.
So there's this website called How to Beat, How Long to Beat, which tells you how long games take to complete.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
I always like checking it because I find it very reassuring. Because it's things like, here is how long it takes to beat the baseline story, here's how long it takes to beat something with side missions. And for games that we play, either solo or together, you can functionally triple that amount of time. Apparently, they played through the first chapter of Scarlet Hollow with all the side stuff in 2 hours.
What? But how did you not do the side stuff?
With all the side stuff in 2 hours.
How? I just no. Just
So I'm guessing we're 3 hours in, and maybe 4, and we've probably got another hour in it. So I think Death Mine may conclude next week. But then again, for the last 5 weeks with Sexy Space Idiots, we've both been like, I think this might be the last session.
right. Well, at least we finally got the left wing for our vehicle, so we could take off at any time. But we need to finish. There are couch cushions. I haven't checked underneath, and there's a space whale we need to fight now that we've killed Murder Hoodie Bear or whatever that thing was.
It was Otis.
Yes. Oh, it was Otis.
It was Otis.
Yes, he was getting all ready. Yes, that's exactly what. Oh, graham crackers. Oh man, I want some graham crackers. Speaking of, we haven't showed folks the boy this evening. Spooky. Look at how big and bubbly he is, because I fed him just a day or two ago.
He's boobling.
He's boobling. Like, normally he comes up to about there. Oh, he's still growing, too. Yeah, but he's all bubbly. See, he's very, very porous and has lots of bubbles in him. I made a chungoid, and it didn't go well, because I was almost out of bread flour. I was out of bread flour, and it wasn't quite enough, so I used plain flour for the rest, and there was just not enough gluten, and therefore it was a very flat chungoid. It's tasty.
He's flat.
Is flat. He's very tired. He's like, no.
No, I am sleepy
I'm a
bread.
sleepy chunky boy. Yes, exactly. So yes, he's all boobly and wonderful and seasonally attired because Ursula has a new book coming up. So I was like, oh yeah, let's wear the Bob outfit. That sounds good. I always, it's hilarious to me when Ursula talks about this, that Wizard's Guide was a book she sold and then wasn't printed for 5-6 years, and they finally gave it back to her or exchanged it for something else, and then it went on to win like a gazillion awards. I always wonder if she's like, oh, I should just let that publisher know I won another award for that book, you know?
Ursula strikes me as a lady who from time to time will just go, ha.
Yes.
And then just go on about her business.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. There are all the details about the amazing costume that Wendy has
Chinese
made.
this week is dressed by Wendy.
Yes, very much so. And how you can get your yeast couturier attire if you want to. I know, Eldritch, there's a new one. It's out the 9th. And I'm very excited.
You've cleared your Saturday,
the other
basically,
paladins.
haven't you?
Well, I got stuff to do. But when I don't have stuff to do, I'm probably going to inhale that book, which will be very, very nice. What is our shenanigans for this evening?
I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, then.
There we go. It's called Rainy Evening by Lonely Pirate. It is some lovely, lovely Lonely Eyes content. Summary. Day 4. Humanity. When Peter comes home, he finds his husband engaging in highly suspicious activity. Does he see well, or is Elias really resting? Can you see okay?
I can see fine. Elias Bouchard likes routine. All of his days play out by the same script. It could be summed up shortly as spending the day running his institute and spending the evening watching. It could be described in great detail as every task, even as little as a cup of coffee, is tied to a concrete time. There are not many things that could make him interrupt it. Usually only his archivist keeps ruining his day. Even on occasions he happens to be married, his routine stays almost unchanged, yet Peter complains he pays him way too much attention anyway. Yes, Elias likes familiarity with the same tasks repeated every day. So, even as he is leaving the institute precisely at 5 o'clock, he is already planning his time of rest. First, he will make himself a cup of coffee. Then, he will dive into the bath. He will look how Gertrude is doing on her trip to Pusong Research Centre. Hopefully, he will also manage his skincare routine before his husband returns from whatever he is usually doing the whole day when he happens to stay in London. He smiles, opens his umbrella, as the rain finally starts to drop from the cloudy sky which has been hovering over London the whole day. And he indeed manages to prepare himself a double shot of espresso, but then he makes the mistake of sitting on a couch. It should have been just a quick rest to drink his coffee, but the cushion seems even more comfortable than usual. Also, there is a warm blanket lying right next to him from 2 days ago when he threw Peter out of their bedroom because he was snoring too loudly. So what if he postpones his plans just for a minute or two as the rain keeps knocking on his windows, and instead of watching, he decides to let his eyes rest. Mm-hmm. He is half asleep when the sound of keys in the lock brings him back to reality. It takes the intruder too many tries before he finally finds the one that fits, and he manages to open the door. Elias does not bother to look, nor open his eyes altogether. If the inability to remember the key to his house is not a clear giveaway, he is still able to recognize Peter by footsteps, much louder than one would expect from the servant of the lonely. "Good evening, my dearest voyeur. What are you watching tonight?" Peter announces himself, as always entirely too cheerfully. He is asking him that every time, and most of them Elias does not bother to answer, as he would usually be preoccupied with watching his archivist, some other employee, or even spying onto the servants of the other entities. "I thought I have already told you I am not very fond of your attempts to use endearment." Elias turns his gaze towards his husband, both his coat and hair soaking wet, as he has been avoiding society enough to never learn about umbrellas. He seems to be caught off guard for a second, as he did not expect to get any answer. Unfortunately, he regains his wits very quickly. "Oh, but why, I wonder, O siren of my sea, light on my lighthouse, seashell on my beach, barnacle on my ship?" Elias rolls his eyes. This is not even worthy of his answer. He rather waves at his tiny cup. "Be useful. Make me one more cup of coffee." "No one interesting to stalk tonight?" Peter inquires, and it is the closest he can get to ask his husband whether he is all right, since it is very strange to find him just relaxing. "Perhaps I am already just done with watching. Do you wish to hear about it, husband dear? Depends whether you want the coffee now or in a few months after I return, recovering from all the unwanted information." Elias, for once, is not in the mood for their bickering, so he only shrugs and rolls more into the blanket. For lack of other things to do, Peter picks up his cup and heads to the kitchen where the coffee maker is. The silence in the flat misses its usual tension, and is surprisingly comfortable. "Here you go." Peter puts in front of Elias his fourth attempt, not that Peter would ever admit that, which almost looks drinkable. "Took you long enough." Elias takes a sip. It tastes acceptable. "No word of thanks?" "I would offer a kiss, but I do not want you anywhere close. You are cold." Peter is incredibly easy to manipulate sometimes. There is no more certain way to make him do something than request the exact opposite of him. Elias does not even finish a sentence, and his husband is already next to him, pulling him into a hug and trying to get his share of the blanket. Then again, maybe his husband might know very well what he is doing and is just taking the offered excuse. Elias chooses not to think about it too much. He rather puts some effort into his scheme, in the form of a very light push against Peter. He naturally hugs him even tighter. He is a bit too cold for his taste, actually. Is your body giving up and dying again? Or are you getting that old that you forgot your own schedule? "I am fine, Peter. It's just the weather." "Probably. You don't have to worry." "I don't." "Of course you don't." Peter scoffs. Elias smiles, closing his eyes. He is not completely done seeing yet. He cannot help himself but look through one of their paintings on the wall, curious what facial expression his husband has. He is not surprised to witness one of his soft looks. They are not as rare as his husband would claim. Then again, Elias himself has not realized he is smiling until now. Cuddled together like this, they cut quite a lovely image of domestic bliss. So Elias closes his eyes as well. The rain is still dripping on the windows, and Peter finally pulls him for his promised kiss. Yes, this all feels so awfully and unnaturally human for them. But maybe a glimpse of humanity once in a while will not kill them.
Oh, it's very sweet. Wait, there's a Lonely Eyes Week 2021 tag? Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good heavens. Oh
my goodness.
There's 7 okay. Divorce number what?
These are just the Lonely Pirate ones.
Oh my. Needless to say, I don't think we'll be lacking in shenanigans for a while. Some of these look quite good. Oh, excellent. That was very, very sweet. Excellent choice, Ducky. Speaking of Ducky.
Yes, Ducky.
One of our amazing Twitch mods and our Twitch producer, Duck Pond, aka Jenny Hunt, won one of the Rusty Fears contest recently, and I'm very excited for them and looking forward to hearing their story.
Good job, Ducky.
Yes.
Really looking forward to hearing that.
Exactly. Such amazing. That was just recently I did art for it. Oh, nice. Cool. Excellent. Yay, Duck. Well done. Right. What's coming up for us lately?
Well, this coming Friday.
What is time? Gosh, I'm getting really tired.
This Friday at 5 p.m. are Hugo Award nominated and BFA Award nominated, but didn't win, but we're still awesome.
We're still nominated. Still totally counts.
Still nominated.
Still legit. Mm-hmm. I have a pin somewhere in this morass of pins. I have a pin. Yes.
Our multiple award nominated pop culture newsletter, The Full Lid, will go live at 5 p.m., which this week features a look at the Victor LaValle scripted, superbly good post-apocalyptic climate fiction comic series, Eve. The Tin Can Audio Productions' excellent second season of The Tower.
Yep.
And one of our regular guest columnists, David Steffen, returns with a detailed column exploring the strange connections you would not expect between a Janelle Monáe album and Thor.
Yep. But it's not that far of a jump, is it?
No,
really?
It's not that bad.
Really not.
No.
Short answer, Tessa Thompson.
Yes.
That's the connection. Yep, that's Friday. We'll be back on Sunday.
For Sexy Space Idiots.
For, who knows, maybe...
Perhaps the end of Sexy Space Idiots.
More Sexy Space Idiots. We'll see if they keep it together to actually finish this game or not. And I want to finish this game because one of the lovely birthday presents that Alistair got was...
The Pathless.
The Pathless, which is by the studio that did Journey. It's their new game. And Zalia got me a copy of Life is Strange. True Colors. So
one of those is
going to be our new Sunday game. And then we can finally move to the PS5 and finally be on headsets.
Which is the other reason why I'm frantically trying to finish Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is just telescoping out ahead of me, basically. I think I've had 10 hours of it left to play for the last 15 hours of it.
It sounds like an Assassin's Creed game. Exactly. And that's because, and then next year will be the amazing Kitty with the Robots game.
Which you're absolutely going to play.
I'm so going to play the Kitty with the Robots game.
And the backpack.
And then we'll be back here next Monday, where I have a feeling we might finish Scarlet Hollow episode 2
Feels kind of penultimate-y, doesn't it?
I have to check my schedule. Where are we? Where are we in linear time?
Let me check my notes.
Yep, and I think... So that'll be the 13th. And then
we have some really good desks. Fucking hell. We have some really good guests we are in the middle of locking in.
We're getting locked in as well. I think our next guest is going to be October 27th, which will be Jordan Shively, a.k.a.
So much fun.
Singles, which will be a fantastic conversation. That'll be really good. And then we've got a couple more guests that we're still trying to get all finalized. And as for what to play next, I think we're going to play Nina, Aquila Legal Eagle.
Also, my understanding is there was a request for a whistle. And
That's
I'll
true.
Come to you,
There
my
was
lad.
a request for some spooky short stories, probably for the rest of October. So if we started Nina Keel in November, that would be just fun.
Objection!
That's Phoenix Wright.
I have
Get your legal things mixed up.
I have no objection to that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Self-fired.
Probably not Dracula. It's too big. But we could probably fill a week or two with short stories. I know there was a request for Whistling to Come to You by Lad by M.R. James.
There's also The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury, but that's like 12,000 words, and I'm fairly certain it's still in copyright.
Ray Bradbury? Mm-hmm. No way. Absolutely not. It's still in copyright. Hang on. When did you crocus?
Classy.
Sorry.
Just such a classy
It's a 72 novel, but Bradbury... he only died in 2012. So, yeah, you're right.
So it is extremely in copyright.
Extremely still in copyright now. Yeah, I think A Whistle, and you haven't done The Signalman.
I'm sure I've done The Signalman, but
no, you haven't done The Signalman. You've done Horror in the Heights, but you haven't done The Signalman. See? Here's my list of spooky stories that you still need to do. The Signalman is on it.
Okie dokie.
All right, cool. So, yeah, probably some more. When did you crocus? Yes, I know that was terribly insensitive to me. I apologize. But, okay. But it was also funny. Is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Okay. All right, yeah. Cool. Do the thing.
Thank you again, folks. It's been a really fun week so far, and I had a really kick-ass birthday. So thank you for the good wishes.
Yes. And you get your cake this weekend.
We
put off his birthday cake by a week because there were so many other pastries in the house. We're like, we can't buy another cake right now. It's too much.
My mom basically ran through Betty's with a bucket.
You know
and
that
just posted it to us.
What is that show in the scene? Is it from The Good Place where she just walks into the shopping store with the trolley and just like puts her hand out, like throws everything into the cart? That's what his mom did at Betty's. Mm-hmm. Only she did that into a box and sent it to us, which is delightful because I love Fat Rascals. But so now you can have birthday confection for a much longer period of time because this weekend we will pick up the birthday stream. Right. Do the thing.
All right. Thanks, folks. This has been great. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been fun. See you next time.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good night.